exterior mods will start in the front and we'll work our way to the back. So starting off in the front, first thing we have, this is technically aftermarket headlights, just a blacked out housing. And these aftermarket headlights do have LED high and low beams. Pretty sure you can see that in there. And then also LED turn signals. And since this is a base model, that is an aftermarket front grille with the Raptor lights. And this is also aftermarket fog lights. Actually, this truck doesn't even come with fog lights, and I added these. These are the switchback fog lights. It actually does yellow and white. And then I added a, what do you call that? I guess it wouldn't be a hidden bumper light bar, but it is a bumper light bar. This light bar is actually the exact same one that Cali Raised sells, but I got mine off eBay. Same specs, same lumens. It is spot and flood. See, this end is the spotlights, flood all the way in the middle and spot on the other end. And all of the front end mods is basically just right here, with the exception of my ditch lights. So these are also Amazon ditch lights, hence the name budget overlanding. Everything is going to be eBay, Amazon, with the exception of a couple things that I got from friends for cheap prices. So moving along a little bit, these wheels I have, they are MB Chaos 5s, as in 5 spokes, and they're wrapped in America's All-Terrains. Now these tires have seen better days, but you'll see what I mean when I get to the back. I'm all about sentiment. And no tint on the front. Actually, my wife made me this this banner that I have right here, which is my Instagram name. So for the roof rack, it is a hook rolled 4x4 roof rack. And they used to sell traction boards. I don't know if they still do, but I got the roof rack off of Amazon for like 300 or 350 bucks. And that's what that roof rack is. And then the traction boards are also the hook rolled traction boards that they sold. I don't know if they still sell them, but I've used them a couple times and they work. And then on the side of my roof rack, I have a Viver awning. I mean, I like the longer awnings, but I really didn't want my awning to be hanging over the front or over the back, because when I open my tent, it'll be in the way. And I didn't want to hang it over the front, because if you know anything about the second gens, the windshield is small, especially if you're tall, and I'm 6'1". So I got the 6 foot wide by 8 foot long, and I mean, it works. It really does the job. I have no complaints on that. Oh, also, this is an aftermarket antenna, AM FM antenna. If you know anything about the Tacoma's antennas, they're literally like 3 feet tall. And then over here I have my Midland antenna, which that'll be a part of my interior mods video. I did add these rain guards. I got these from AutoZone for like 40 bucks, super cheap. And then up here on the other side of my traction boards is the what do you call it? The fishing pole holder. There we go. Losing all my words. Fishing pole holder, and it holds 4 fishing poles. That's awesome, because I do love to fish. And whenever we go off-roading or camping, trying to find a lake spot so I can get some fishing in. And then the side steps are Aries side steps. Another budget item for me, because I found them on Facebook Marketplace for like 100 bucks. And I've learned quickly off-roading with these the last couple times they have to go. I just bang them every time. I'm surprised they're not more bent than that. Actually, in the front, you could tell that it is kind of pushed in versus the back. So there's that. While I'm not camping or going off-roading, I usually like to have my bed cover on versus my tent. I do run a, again, budget option, which is Silver Wing. And I'm sure a couple people are familiar with that because they sell them at Costco. This bed rack actually came from eBay. Just looked it up. Came from eBay. It was like 150 bucks. Again, budget option. This bedside decal, this Tacoma bedside decal, I actually got this from AliExpress. And it took us a while to put it on because I waited a little bit after I got it to try and put it on. Don't recommend with vinyl stickers. Again, my wife made me that. I like going shooting and I have a Vortex scope. And I like fishing. Another bedside decal. And the back window has 5% tint on it. The side windows have, I think, 20%. And then the front is 30%. But on the back of the rack, I have hook road. Actually, no, these are darn it. It's Amazon lights, but I forgot the company that actually sells them. I use these as chase lights, and when I'm going off-roading and I have people behind me, these are my chase lights so people can see where I am if it's super dusty. And it has like 4 different modes. I'll show you the 4 different modes. So it has just a regular white, and then after the white it has like a amber mode. So they're both like amber. They're actually really freaking bright too. You can see them back there. And then they do come in a set. Like there's a set of 4 and there's 2 pairs, and I actually have them opposite right now. So this is a white strobe, which is the 3rd setting. This one is all supposed to be a white strobe, but I haven't swapped in the correct pair yet. And then there's another 4th setting, and I think that this one is the white and oh no, this one is the amber strobe. So the one on the right is the correct one. Usually when I'm off-roading, there's actually 5 modes, and the 5th mode is strobing white and then strobing amber, back and forth. Also, remember I said just look at the right one because the left one, I don't know if it's reverse polarity or what, but it does not operate correctly. Let me try it just one more time to make sure. Yeah, 5 modes. So solid white, mode 1, solid amber, mode 2, and then you have strobing white, which is mode 3, strobing amber, which is mode 4, and then strobing alternating amber and white, which is mode 5. And other than, oh, one more thing. So as far as like suspension goes, I am running the Ready Lift kit because that's the only thing you can find for these 5 lugs. So in the front, that's a 2.75 spacer, and that's on top of brand new shocks. And then the rear, that's a Leaf. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's literally the cleanest one in there. Right there in between the bottom and the 3rd one, I guess now. So that's the Leaf, and that's the suspension I'm running on it. And in order to get this, I guess you would call it stance that I have, which is the slight poke, I am running a 1-inch hub-centric spacer, and you should be able to see it here. Right there's a spacer, and that's what gives me the slight little poke. And for tire size, these are 31 by 10.5 rim 15s. I want to do 12.5 because these look like some pizza cutters. Other than that, that's all of my exterior mods that I have for this thing. And interior mod video coming next, right after I show you the tent and bed rack that I run. Plenty of interior mods, trust me. I do run the Silver Wing tents, and this is a Costco special with the CBI overland bars. On this side I run a shovel, and on the other side I run an axe, because you can never find yourself wrong with those two things on the side of your bed rack. And for those I do use Quick Fist. And this is the water jug I take camping, my cooler, and over there is all my other camping stuff. So this is usually on the bed of the truck, and Silver Wing tents with CBI overland bars. And since I think this is a budget option, I'll explain the CBI overland bars. I actually got those from a buddy for like 250 bucks or 300 bucks secondhand. So compared to other options of low-rise bed mounts or bed racks, you're looking in the range of 500 bucks easily, unless you do the hook road full height rack. So I'm really thinking about transitioning over to the hook road full height bed rack, because the CBI bars are great and all, but I really just want the full rack so I can get my traction boards off the roof, put those on the side of the bed rack, and then have my shovel and axe on the same side, either left or driver's side, doesn't matter. And I want to get a storage case up there, because I also like shooting. So I would like to be able to store weapons in one case and some off-road gear in another case, straps and stuff like that, because this is a two-wheel drive. I'm bound to get stuck, and I'll need tow straps eventually. So, especially as hard as we go. This could be the one last mod for the exterior, minus the LED tail lights. Flowmaster basically did a muffler delete and just had a muffler shop welded in this new muffler. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, so that's it for the exterior mod video and interior video for all the mods coming soon.